Hi there, I'm Lee, welcome to iMineBlocks. In this video I'll be sharing with you some ideas, strategies and suggestions of how you can take your money from crypto out of that into other effectively hard assets. So how you can exchange your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, etc., whatever your crypto is, how you can exchange that from its crypto base into cash, bank transfers, cards, gold and silver and other hard assets. So there are all the few things that I'm going to be covering in this video. This video is not going to be a step-by-step guide, it's more of a generalization, just sharing some ideas that I have had with personal experience with some various sites and methods that I've used personally to take that money from crypto and, like I say, into other things. Firstly, let's talk about exchanging your crypto for cash. Exchanging your crypto for cash. One of the best ways is to introduce your friends and family to Bitcoin crypto in general. So a lot of your friends and family don't really understand that they can buy fractions of coins. They only assume they can buy an entire coin. So for a lot of people, they don't really have $15,000 to go out and buy themselves a Bitcoin, but they are definitely interested in it. So what I would recommend is that if you have some crypto and you want to sell it, start off with your friends and family, introduce them to it. That has two benefits. First of all, you're kind of taking some money off the table, which is great, that's what you want to do, but also it introduces new people into crypto, and that's what's really going to fuel the growth of Bitcoin and crypto in the future, those new followers. So first, look to sell your cash to your friends and family first. Of course, that's only going to be for small values for most people. It's not like Uncle Bob's going to be buying all of your Bitcoins off you. So really that's just for small transactions. If you want to exchange your crypto for cash, there are other ways to do it, and you can check out a few of these. So next up is LocalBitcoins. So this is a service that I've used, not recently, but I've used it a few years ago and it's always good. Essentially, it's a peer-to-peer marketplace wherein you can arrange meetups or you can do bank transfers. There's lots of different options for you. But essentially, you put a sell order for your Bitcoin and you make arrangements for the payment process. So it can be as easily as meeting a person in your local coffee shop, you sell them your Bitcoin in exchange for cash. You can also sell your Bitcoin in exchange for a monetary bank transfer. You can even do it for PayPal, but I wouldn't exactly trust those because of chargebacks and risk to it. So stick to cash and bank transfers on that site, and that was localbitcoins.com. So next up is selling your crypto for prepaid credit or debit cards. So what you can do, this is a Wirex debit card, and until just this week it was working wonderfully, it was working really well. Essentially you have an app that goes with it, just on my phone there you can see, and you top the card up with Bitcoin. You can then transfer from your Bitcoin account to the card account, and there's an exchange that happens. You can exchange your local currency, so US dollars, or in my case it's British pounds. You just transfer it over, top it up, and then you can spend it just exactly the same as you would a normal debit card. When I first started using it, it was a little bit finicky. Some places it would work, some places it would not, but it got better and better over time, and it was working really well until Visa kind of said, we don't want any more to do with this. But there are going to be issuing a new card to replace this one. So like I say, this one is a Wirex card and they're going to be issuing some new cards in the future. I don't know if the new card is going to be still a Visa card or possibly even a MasterCard. There are other card vendors such as Monaco, and they said that they're not affected by these changes. So check out those other options. It's very easy, like I say, to transfer your Bitcoin to the card, exchange it over, and you can shop and spend just as if it was a regular debit card. So that's a really great way to spend your Bitcoin. So next up is selling your Bitcoin or other crypto for hard assets. So we have a silver sovereign. It's actually a silver Britannia, sorry. And we have a gold Britannia as well. So these are 1 ounce a piece. So there's a couple of different ways that you can exchange your Bitcoin or crypto for, and I'm sorry I keep saying Bitcoin, but really it's exchanging crypto into Bitcoin and then you Bitcoin into these other assets. So in the UK there is a company called Sharp's Pixley, and you can purchase directly via their website and essentially sell your Bitcoin in exchange for gold and silver coins. So very good website, very simple to use, and had no problems with it. I've used it for a few small purchases. So that is a good thing. There is also one other site I've only registered with them, I've not personally used it, but it's probably a good if you can't physically receive gold or silver, and that is called Vaultoro. I'll put a link in the video description. And there is the same process, except that they're going to be holding all the gold for you. So there is a trust element, you're not going to have the gold in hand. There is a possibility to take that gold off the table from them if you have hit certain requirements. I think you need to have at least an ounce or something before you can remove that gold effectively from their vaults. But that also looks to be like another good service. So selling your Bitcoin for gold and silver, again, it's going to allow you to take some profits off the table and store them in a relatively long-term safe store of value. So next up is exchanging your crypto for cash in your bank transfers. So I've used Coinbase very successfully. I must admit that when I first tried to use it, it was very difficult to use. I had problems with the registration. It was my ID verification. I kept on scanning my driver's license and passport and stuff, and that just wasn't working. Really what it came down to was load on the system. I found that I gave it sort of a week or maybe 2 weeks. I did try quite a few times, but eventually my ID was accepted and it worked. I was then able to add my bank account details, verify all that. Since then I've made a few small transactions and that's working very well. One other thing is I originally wanted to add a British English bank, so obviously accepts pounds in accepts British pounds funding, but the Coinbase, for some reason, it would only let me send the first sort of test transfer. Following up from that, I had to exchange to euros and then withdraw those euros but into a British pound bank account. Hopefully that makes sense. So I actually sell my Bitcoin and other cryptos for euros and then transfer those euros to the bank account. So that's working really well for me. I'm not too sure whether it will work quite the same for you guys. I've kind of heard mixed results. Some people are getting very good results with Coinbase and other people are not really getting on with it at all. So you can also use other exchanges. There are other big exchanges. I think Kraken and BitSend are other ones where you can sell your cryptos in exchange for bank transfers. You could also consider the possibility of using Tether. I have mixed feelings on Tether. I really like the concept, but I don't entirely trust the token. But that is another way to kind of come out of crypto a little bit, but you're not really taking all your funds out. You're not physically getting your hands on those funds. It's really just kind of a holding place within crypto, and that'll take a little bit of the volatility out for you. Okay, so I have one more suggestion for you, and that is buying hardware with your crypto coins. So there's a lot of new retailers that are kind of either existing or new ones that are kind of accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So in the UK we have a computer exchange, CEX. They sell a wide range of goods and services, and it's all mostly electronic based stuff. But they also sell computer hardware, so graphics cards. It's all used mostly. But what you can do is you can purchase a new graphics card using your Bitcoin. So that's another way to upgrade your hardware at home, or maybe if you're making some extra purchases, you can spend your Bitcoin rather than your cash to upgrade some of your hardware. So that's really kind of keeping your money still within crypto, but it's more of a physical form to it. Of course, later on you could then sell that hardware on eBay or something like that and kind of cash back out that way if you wanted to. Okay, so that's it for this video. I wanted to share with you a few ideas for taking some money off the table, taking some of your money out of crypto and into other more tangible, more hard assets that you're more familiar with. So that's just a few ideas that I wanted to share with you guys. As always, leave your questions or comments in the comments area and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you personally have any suggestions of what's working well for you, put those in the comments area and share it with the other people in the community. I'm getting asked lots of questions about how to do this, so it's good for to share those thoughts and ideas with everyone. Hopefully you liked this video, enjoyed it, learned something, and it was maybe mildly entertaining. If you'd like to subscribe, please do so. If you did like it, give it a like as well. Thanks a lot. I'll see you on the next video.